Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. It's currently 6:50 p.m. on a Saturday. For the most part, Saturdays are for slowing down, enjoying the family, enjoying time at home, enjoying your weekend, enjoying your break from work, right? That's tonight. I have a 2,000 to 2,400 meter swim. So, yeah, that's a lot of laps in this 25-foot pool that I have here at the gym. It's day 19, and I have a 2,400 to 2,800 meter swim. So, that's a lot of laps for this 25-foot pool. Pool. Swimming, as I showed in the first video, I'm not the best swimmer. My swimming background is just from swimming as a kid in a pool, hanging out with everybody in the pool, like no getting laps in, no competitive swimming, not any of that ever growing up. So to transitioning from hardly swimming in my adult years to like actively swimming and trying to get better at it for this triathlon that I'm going to do is very eye-opening. It's very different, right? It's in the sense that how I'm swimming from one side to the other, how I'm returning, how I'm breathing. I need to stay calm in the water, because I've noticed that anytime I panic or anything like that in the water, and when I say panic, I don't mean like panic as if I'm gonna drown. It's like more of like if my strokes are off, or maybe I hold my breath too long underwater, like my heart rate seems to raise up and then I'm gasping for air a little bit more. So just trying to keep my breathing figured out, how to breathe when I'm stroking in the pool, is definitely a lot different. And then the last swim that I had, I finally got a swim cap and goggles. Made a world of difference. I think I said in the first video, and if you're getting into this type of swimming, I for sure would recommend a cap and goggles. If you don't have funds or anything like that, I mean, for sure save up for it. You don't need like the most expensive goggles. You don't need the most expensive headset. Swim cap, just anything. Just because it does make a difference. At first, I didn't think it made a difference until race day, because I think when you sign up for an Ironman, they send you like a bag and some stuff in it. So I don't know what it has in there, because obviously I've never done one. So I've seen a lot of people on race day swim with the Ironman swim cap. So my assumption is that maybe one comes in it. But yeah, if you can get one before and start training with one, it makes a world of difference. So I think also the challenging thing about swimming too is it's just you in a pool, just getting the laps done. In this case, because I'm swimming for distance, I'm trying to get it in X amount of time. So, because I know the first one was for 55 minutes and just trying to get as many laps as I can get in. But it's just me in a pool, no music, nothing to distract me, just trying to get it done, right? I can't talk myself out of it. I can't, I can hype myself up, right? But like me thinking while I'm in the water is just completely different. But like normally, like when I'm on a bike or when I'm on a run, I can put in headsets. I can listen to the headset. I can listen to the podcast that I'm listening to. I can focus on other things while I'm doing the other activities, where like the pool, just me in the water, just by myself. And then obviously the fact that it's a Saturday night makes a whole difference too, because like I said at the beginning, is weekends are normally where you're resting from the week before, right? But you have certain goals, you have certain challenges, you need to get into the work, right? If the program says to come in on a Saturday, you come in on a Saturday, you put in the work. Today was a very great day at home, but it was like packed, because my wife and one of her friends needed a very much well-earned day off. So I watched her two kids So at my house, it was me and 3 toddlers and a baby. So, but like I said, they deserved it. They 100% have earned this day off. So I was 100% happy to take the kids. They're really great kids. Nothing, I didn't lose anything from watching them. I earned the privilege to watch her kids and just hang out with them. I know Noah, my son, likes to hang out with them. So just to have them over, just to have them play, for them to get a breather, because how much effort they put in, right? Like they deserve their time for sure. So yeah, I had 4 kids today. Just a little bit tired, but no excuse, no nothing, because I wouldn't have traded that for anything. Having them over, hanging out with them, and letting them do whatever they were going to do for however long they went, was a privilege for me, and definitely. But after that day and everything like that, still hung out with my kids after they left, hung out with my wife, and enjoyed the rest of today. And as the night went on, it just went felt a little bit long. Noah took an early nap, kind of took a long nap, kind of didn't. So he was very ready for bed at 6. Put him down at 6. So as soon as I put him down, I came out, got set up for the gym. Here now, but still got to focus and lock in. Because today would have been a perfect day for me just to stay home and hang out for the night and not come and do this. But we're here, so. And it's the same thing where nobody else is going to know that I didn't come here except for myself. So I think the more you change your mentality, the more you change the mindset on just because nobody's watching doesn't mean you shouldn't be pushing yourself to do it, right? Because I think that's where character is shown for sure, right? In the things that you get completed when nobody's watching. And that's where I hope people can resonate with these series, is with long days that you have planned out, right? If your kids are playing sports, you have to go and watch them play sports for however long, if they're at a tournament or anything like that. It's busy season for everybody. Nobody has just a day off, especially when you have kids, right? I mean, maybe if you don't have kids, it's maybe a little bit easier to have a day off, but that's not what I'm trying to say or undermine. But for the most part, people don't have days off unless they take a day off. But just get in and get the work done. That's just really important, because if you have goals and certain things that you want to try to accomplish, it's easy to stop and take a day off and not put in the work than it is to, hey, forget how I'm feeling, let's go and get it, right? Because that's why I'm here. That's why we're doing this. That's why I'm filming this. We're here, let's go, let's get after it. And that's where people that have certain goals and certain challenges have to keep in mind that when they start something and they want to do something, they have to do it 100%. Because if you don't do it 100%, you don't commit to it, then who are you helping, right? What's the point of starting something and give it 60% effort? And I get it, because I'm not perfect, right? Because there's days that I miss, there's days that just get too much for me, and I had to take a day off from the gym. But I'm saying, show up. Because like I said, today could have been an easy day for me to call it a rest day and not come, but I'm here. We're putting in the work. The calendars are on the calendar. They're getting marked off. We're getting closer to our date. Like I said, I have until August for our half, and then October for our full. Even though it seems like it's a long way out, it's for training something like this, it's not that much time. So missing days and not going after it, or not making content, right? Because if I'm switching to this and trying to make content and putting things out, I'm only uploading Tuesdays and Thursdays. But if I fall behind and I don't stay ahead of me recording, me editing, staying on this schedule, missing one day turns into missing 5 days. It's it goes by really quick. Because once you stop doing one thing right, you do everything wrong. It's just, yeah, this seemed like a very long rant, and I'm not trying to attack people. I think it's more me beating myself up. So yeah, let's go and get this swim. Let's get this done. Let's try to get it done. I have until 9. It's about 7 o'clock now, so I have until 9 o'clock to get this swim done. 24 to 2,800 meters. Day 19. Let's go kill it. So here we are with the outro video, the post-workout video, the how it went video. I didn't do the whole 2,400 meters. I did about 60 laps, and one lap is 25 yards. So I did there and back 60 times, and I did that in about an hour and 13 minutes, which I think is a little slow, but still getting it, still going after it. The only reason it changed from 2,400 to 2,800 meters to like 60 to 70, because I put it into my coaching app, the Allfather, and it told me just to switch it up, just because of last time only doing 55 minutes and only getting 40 laps. It didn't think I should be going from 40 and 50 minutes to 105 for however long I did it for. So still trying to progressively get better. So I did 40 last week, or last swim. I did 60 this time. Next swim, I'll try to do 70 to 75. So progressively each week, I'm going to try to keep doing more and more. But just wanted to come back and, inform you guys on how I felt. It, for the most part, felt really good. I was doing about 4 lengths before I took a break. So I went there, and back. And then I took a breath for like between 30 to a minute rest. So I know that cuts off a bunch of time for me. But again, just easing into this, just trying to get it. There was a lot of people at the pool. That's the only reason I didn't set up my camera. I brought it with me in case there was nobody there, but there was a lot of people at the pool. So I didn't want to be inconsiderate, just because there was so many people and so many people with their kids. So I just left the camera in the bag. But yeah, I know that the biggest thing for training is gonna have to be open water, because I know that the half Ironman in Reading is at a lake somewhere in Reading. So I know that I need to try to get practice on a lake. I also need to get practice on a bike. So just trying to plan how everything's going to be going. But just doing it in a pool, it gets repetitive, but I think it shows a little bit more discipline, which I think is good, because if I can just go there, back for an hour, it shows that I'm willing to put in the work. I rest when I can. The only thing that I did mess up on was I didn't have any water, like at the end of the side that I was stopping on, so I can like sip a little bit while I was there, so I can kind of relatively stay hydrated. So now I'm forcing myself to drink water before, because I think I only drank maybe half a gallon before heading to the gym. So lacking on that, but I'm trying to get better. I know my wife holds me super accountable. She very much calls me out on it. She was like, if you're not drinking your water, that's not Ironman material. She right. Hey, yo, she right. So I know that I got to get that dialed in. The fueling dialed in for sure. The eating correctly. My wife does the best at cooking meals for us, so that is 100% very helpful. And they're not garbage meals either, so like very appreciative of that. So I have no excuse to stay fueled and fed really good. So But yeah, that's what I noticed today, is just making sure that I'm very hydrated before swimming, and making sure that we're trying to keep a steady pace, because I know that when I looked at my heart rate monitor afterwards, I did get into zone 4 a little bit, which zones is just all based on heart rate. So like I got a little winded somewhere. I didn't actually look at the time, so I'll look at it when I get home. But yeah, I got into zone 4 for a little bit, so which is not good because it wants me to stay in zone 2, high zone 2, low zone 3, just so I'm calm, controlled, able to breathe. But yeah, getting it dialed in is small and steady. That's for sure why we're here, why we're going after it, and why we're trying to kill this. But yeah, I think today was a really good job, especially with all the distractions. I've noticed that, especially today, just because before there was no distractions, there was no people there. I really had to stay in like a narrow lane, so that way I didn't bump into anybody else. I didn't run into anybody else. Just with all the distractions, I think that's a little bit more helpful, because I know when you get into the swim for an Ironman, it's, from the videos that I've seen, it's all like fucking rush in there. So I know that there's going to be a lot of obstacles when I get into the water, when we start that race for the swim. So but yeah, just trying to get after it, just trying to kill it, just staying positive with the positive mindset of like, we're going to be able to do this. Slow now, get to a good program for this phase 1, because my workout program, I think, is broken into 3 different phases, and this is phase 1, and we're on day 19. So it's weeks 1 through 3. So I think I'm on week 3. So yeah, so I got 2 more days in phase 1, and then I'll be jumping into phase 2, which I think should be a little bit more distance. But yeah, looking forward to continuing the training, keep talking to you guys, still putting up the feedback. Thank you for everybody that's watched the first video, all the videos, for this is like episode 5, so misspeaking. But thanks for everybody for following, for watching. I definitely appreciate it. I'm just trying to show the journey, trying to show what we can do, and then yeah, one day at a time. Let's go.